from CN8, the Comcast network. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Hello, I'm Carla Showallee, and this is Comcast Newsmakers Campaign 2000. This hour's newsmaker is Edward Fortune, legalized marijuana party candidate for the 1st Congressional District, and our topic today is his candidacy. Thanks for joining us today, Edward.
Hi, how are you?
I understand this is your second time running for Congress.
Yes, it is. I ran in 1998 also.
You also advocate legalizing all drugs?
Well, I believe marijuana should be legal no matter what, and I'd be a hypocrite to say that other drugs should not be legal also. I believe that a person, especially a grown person, should have the right to regulate their own body. If a person chooses to put harmful substances in their body, and that is that individual person's choice. I don't believe marijuana is harmful. I believe marijuana is beneficial, and the government lies about marijuana. In much the same way that the tobacco industry lied and hid the dangers of tobacco, the U.S. government hides the benefits of marijuana.
Now you compare this with a woman's right to have an abortion.
Yes, I mean, how can it be, according to the Roe versus Wade decision, a woman has a right to regulate her own body, even if that includes murdering an unborn child. I myself, I choose to use marijuana. Why is it now, I don't have the right to regulate my own body? I have as much right to regulate my body as a woman, and I feel that if I choose to regulate my body with marijuana, I should be left alone.
But you don't even call marijuana a drug, you call it a plant.
Yeah, it is. It's a plant. It's not a drug. It's not manufactured. It grows naturally. I call it a gift of God, actually.
A lot of people should know that you take marijuana or smoke marijuana because you have chronic back problems, and
Yes.
It helps to cure some of your depression.
Yes, I've had 2 car accidents in the last 15 years. I have chronic back pain. I see doctors on a regular basis for my chronic back pain, and one of the things I use for it is marijuana. I choose to use marijuana because it's safer than use some of the other drugs I've been prescribed, like Paxil and Percocet and hydrocodone. And marijuana doesn't have the side effects that those drugs do. The only side effect is a pleasurable sensation that people call a high.
You wake up in the morning, you smoke marijuana.
Usually before 12 I smoke one, and usually in the evening. It's not every day, but usually I smoke 1 or 2 a day.
I got to ask you this, are you high now?
Well, I smoked one earlier. I wouldn't really consider it high. I smoked the joint earlier today.
Do you expect to win?
No, I don't. This is a protest, but there are plenty of people, there are thousands of people out there who feel the same way I do about marijuana. And I want those people to step up and help me with my protest by signaling to the government that marijuana should be legal just by voting for me. That's all they have to do, just vote for me.
Now you've done some pretty outlandish things to get your point across. What might they have been?
Well, the incumbent, Rob Andrews, I went to his office 2 years ago and smoked 2 joints in his office. I've gone to the New Jersey State House and done it. Same thing with the at the Liberty Bell. Here's, the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia is the symbol of liberty, and, again, that's what I say, that this is my body, and I have every right to put what I want in my body. So that was a perfect site to perform such a protest.
Do you feel as though, like, your outlandish things are getting your point across, or people are just looking at you in a very negative way?
No, well, I think some people do think I'm a little eccentric. Some people think I'm I don't know what to call it. Some people think I'm a butthead, But I have just as many people who think I'm a patriot, a freedom fighter. They compare me, and I've compared myself to Rosa Parks and John Brown. These were people who deliberately broke the law in order to force change. If you look through history, social change in this country has always come through acts of civil disobedience, and that's all they are, acts of civil disobedience.
Very interesting. Well, thanks for joining us today, Edward.
All right, thank you.
We'll see what the people say.
We'll see.
This hour's newsmaker has been Edward Fortune, legalized marijuana party candidate for the 1st Congressional District. This has been Comcast Newsmakers Campaign 2000. Remember, for local information, be sure to join us on CN8, the Comcast network.